Okay, I'm going with Korey Sprengel again today because he talks about casting. This is In Through the Outdoors, and I'm your guide, Jason Walter. He talked about slowing the retrieve yesterday, but today he talks about casting with the wind.
When it comes to casting crankbaits especially, one thing I always like to keep in mind is the wind, especially in the situation we have today. We're in the Dakotas, there's a lot of it. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to casting crankbaits, to be efficient and to achieve depth, the most depth with the crankbait, you need to be able to cast as far as you can. And so to me, if I can utilize the wind to my advantage for casting, I'm gonna be a lot more efficient, I'm gonna make a lot further casts, and I'm gonna cover a lot more water. So a lot of times when I set up my approach to a stretch or a shoreline that I'm gonna fish, I'll always start on the upwind side and kind of work my way down. Now a lot of times what I'll do is I'll anchor mode or slow down upwind of maybe a point or maybe a piece of structure so I can make bomb casts with this wind, especially like what we have today, and I can cover a lot of water and stay above it instead of trying to make those short, really hard casts into a wind. And so to me, to be efficient with crankbaits and to achieve that depth and cover a lot of water, using the wind to my advantage is one of the things I almost always make sure I do.
Okay, that's good if you're in a boat. If you're on shore, pick the windy side and chuck that crank as hard as you can into that 25-mile-an-hour wind. You're going to be surprised at the number of big fish you'll catch. You're going to be tired, but it'll be worth it. Not all of my proud anglers came from casting into the wind, but most of them have. Try it and good luck. I'm Jason Walter, and that's In Through the Outdoors. Be safe, and thanks for listening. There's more In Through the Outdoors on my YouTube channel at Jason Walters In Through the Outdoors. Please hit subscribe while you're there and check out Between Hook Sets live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and get both wherever you dabble in podcasts.